Have you ever been reading the Bible and realized that you're struggling to imagine what a scene might have looked like, how it would have felt, and it takes away from your ability to understand and pray with the passage? This is why I created Be Still. Hi, my name is Lakin Denny. I'm a Catholic artist, and I've sold over 100 original pieces, and I've been in the Catholic industry for the last 3 years. So the problem that I saw was that 26% of US adults have report having struggles with reading the Bible. In today's society of instant gratification, our attention spans have decreased significantly, which is the cause of much of this. They have difficulty relating it to their personal life, and the digital age has trained us to crave more engaging and easily digestible media, but most Bibles produced do not reflect this societal change. In contrast to this, many individuals also experience what's called digital age fatigue, and this has caused a resurgence of printed book sales in the last few years, as many individuals are craving real and physical products and experiences. We've also seen this trend branch into church communities and overall societal lifestyles. So, attendance for church communities has about doubled since COVID, and we see lots of traditional trends blowing up, things like homesteading, cooking, gardening, thrifting, and so on. Specifically, the Catholic Church has always placed a focus on beauty because of its belief in its ability to lift the soul. People are naturally drawn to beauty. An example of this is that nearly 30,000 people visit the Sistine Chapel every day. So, knowing this, why isn't the Bible a central part of Christian life, catering to this desire for beauty and physicality in a visual way? This is why I created Be Still. Our goal is to unite books of the Bible with sacred art. We're going to start with the New Testament, and each book will feature historical and modern biblical artwork throughout its pages. We want to make the Bible an accessible and captivating part of everyday life. So we will start with the release of ebooks this year, and that will be followed by the release of physical books in 2026. So, an industry overview of this: over 5 billion copies of the Bible have been sold historically, and it's estimated that about 10 to 20 million copies are sold each year. I think 14 million were sold in 2024. The US physical book publishing industry is currently growing at a rate of 7%, and it has 55% of the market share, growing from their previous 48% share. The ebook industry is still growing, but their market share is shrinking. So physical books are actually becoming more profitable and prominent. So looking at market opportunity, our target market will be Catholics, Bible study leaders, college students, mothers and families, art lovers, especially historical or religious art lovers, and then faith-based home decor enthusiasts, as this book is hopefully will be designed to be a coffee table book as well as a usable book. There are 85.3 million Catholics in the US. 50% of all US adults, religious or not, including the whole demographic, say that they read the Bible at least monthly, and 15% of all US adults say they read it daily. The total sales for US religious books in 2022 was about 1.27 billion. So, our general business model: our products will be books of the Bible with art throughout. We'll be offering ebooks and physical books. Our customer, as I stated, will be Catholics, Bible study leaders, art lovers, faith-based home decor enthusiasts. Our revenue will be coming from the digital files, sales of those, and eventually physical books. Those will be through sales channels, will be our website and TikTok shop primarily. We'll be using social media mainly as our marketing tool, and our costs will include art file rights, Bible rights, and royalty fees. Our website costs ad and influencer programs and campaigns, our social media developer, printing, and packaging. So looking at some competitors, Alabaster Co. is the most prominent of our competitors. They produce visually appealing editions of different Bibles or books of the Bible, but their layouts aren't designed for practical daily reading. They are almost solely a coffee table looking book, and the imagery throughout them, although beautiful, often feels more like filler than a tool intentionally placed to guide prayer. The other two competitors that I found were a couple Catholic brands, so Seek What Is Above and The Young Catholic Woman. These both include sacred art in a similar way to how I would want to, but neither of them offer full books of the Bible. So each of them just take passages and sections of scripture with a specific image, but it is not the entirety of the book of the Bible. So looking at this our competitors do prove that the market is eager for these products. Alabaster Co. was featured in the Washington Post, the LA Times, Vanity Fair. They've been viral on TikTok many times, and they saw a huge surge in demand through their TikTok shop Easter of 2024. They saw 135% growth compared to their projections were not that high. They have an estimated annual revenue in the ballpark of 13.8 million. And although there are no public numbers on Seek What Is Above or The Young Catholic Woman, the physical book version of these are currently sold out. So this success does prove that it is a viable market, but there are still gaps within it. The Catholic companies struggle to have a strong social media presence and have struggled to go viral. But they don't offer, and they also don't offer what I would want to in having entire books of the Bible. Alabaster Co. isn't reaching the whole market because they are not honing in on the Catholic target market that they could be by not offering different versions of the Bible. So I would be offering the version of the Bible that most Catholics read, as well as they're not including imagery in their Bibles that may help guide prayer even deeper. So our marketing and sales strategy. We'll be using social media marketing mostly, as I stated. So TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube Shorts, and then honing in on influencer referral programs. And then our sales strategy and channels will be through our website, through TikTok Shop, and then through influencer referral links. In the future, I would love to look into doing wholesale sales with Catholic companies and bookstores and things like that. But for now, those three are going to be the main ones. So financial projections. Our fixed costs are looking at $200 to $1,000 per art file. It's just, they vary a lot. And so that's going to be around 16 to 20 images per book, so around $8,000 for a book. And then website $250 a year, and then variable costs will be our 7.5 royalty fee for using the Bible version, $9 per book when you have 1,000 produced. And then I want to hire a social media manager, so paying them on an hourly basis, and then also doing ads through social media. So looking at financial projections, 2026, I will not be able to be profitable just because of the extremely high upfront costs. So I'm looking at really high profit margins once things like art and social media is up and running and developed. But until then, the costs are really high. So our profit for 2026 will be negative, but in 2027, we're expecting to have lots more book sales. So around 2,000 book sales. And with an established brand identity and growing following, this will be more attainable, and it may even surpass that. So $35,000 profit for 2027 is the goal. So currently, I've received permission for Bible usage. I've began to search for artwork, and I have an author connection from Manhattan, Kansas. I also am very involved in the church community here in Manhattan, so I have lots of resources and connections when it comes to that. In the future and for the rest of the semester, I'm looking to find 5 to 10 artists to include in books. These can be either historical or modern. I'm wanting to finalize my digital layout for the Book of Mark, as this will be my MVP for the class, and to continue seeking product feedback and to adjust my products accordingly. Thank you.